to Onboard Hospitality Coffee Break. I'm very pleased today to be joined by Jeff Sare, Vice President of Connectivity Solutions at Panasonic Avionics, to talk about onboard Wi-Fi. Should it be free? So hi Jeff, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yes, very good. Great, so let's just get right into it. In your expert opinion, should onboard Wi-Fi be free?
Should it be free? Well, I think that really is a question for the company that's serving the Wi-Fi, because very few things in life are truly free, and Wi-Fi is not one of them. It takes a lot of money to put a satellite in space and to do all the things necessary to run that. So it really is more a question of should it be included as part of the service, right? As it is at Starbucks or as it is anywhere else that seems free. And that depends on the service, the kind of service the airline wants to offer. That really is fundamentally it. So it can be included, it can be free to this consumer, but at the end of the day, that's just how the airline wants to serve it, not somebody else. Not for us to determine anyway.
Okay, thank you. So going forward, for passengers, what do you think their priority would be? Would it be access to free Wi-Fi on board, or access to perhaps a paid for but better quality connection on board? Or I guess in an ideal world for them both.
It's a matter of degree, probably. Similar to the first question, it's not as black and white as that. Free is great. People like to, have things that they don't have to pull out their wallet and pay for. But if it doesn't work, it's useless, and it will generate more complaints than not having it at all. So personally, I think it's a higher quality service that they would seek before having it be free. But then at that point, they would like to see it be free. So personally, it's got to work. First and foremost, it's got to work. It's got to work well. We've done a huge amount of work on our network, on our terminals over the last year and a half to improve the quality, and it's exactly to that point. It's exactly to that point. It's got to work. It's got to work first time. It's got to work every time.
Okay, thank you. I understand Panasonic have done some research recently, haven't they, into passenger preference in that area?
We've done a bit of research. We've done a few trials where we have worked with our airline partners and put the service on airplanes, and we've run free of charge trials. We've run streaming trials, and throughput is the number one most correlated feature, or the most correlated metric that tells you exactly the experience and the satisfaction that the passenger is going to get. So a good quality throughput, good, nice, doesn't have to be 20 megabits per second. It has to be a good quality throughput that lets the likes of Netflix or lets the likes of your websites operate in a way in which you see it on the ground. So we've done a lot of, we continue to do that. We will continue to do that with our airline partners indefinitely.
Okay, so how can airlines keep up with the demand for high quality connections on board?
Well, it's an interesting question. I think the industry is positioned well to keep up with it. There's more than enough capacity to do that, and much more capacity coming on as we move from the likes of our XTS satellites in Asia, Apstar 6D, where we're getting hundreds of megabits per second and covering large swaths of the earth. As we move from that to the next generation XTS satellites, and from that to low Earth orbit satellites, there's more than enough capacity. What the airline wants to do, I think, if I were still at the airline, would be to make sure that they future-proof as much as they can. They don't get stuck in a single technology. They don't get stuck in a single frequency spectrum. Really, there is no difference between Ka and Ku that can't be or isn't actually overcome by technology. The technology of the satellite, the technology of the terminal, right? There are plenty of advantages in both ways, KU being the most globally utilized right now, and going to be a lot more of it with the first tranche of low Earth orbit satellites from OneWeb or Starlink.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. That was very interesting.
I hope so. Thank you.